Hello everyone, I'm Doctor, with over 20 years of clinical experience in men's health and geriatric care. Today, I want to talk about a topic that many older men feel shy to discuss, but it plays a surprisingly big role in overall health: masturbation in old age. Is it good? Is it harmful? Should you keep the habit, or should you stop it? As a physician, I will give you a balanced, evidence-based explanation. And to make it simple, I'll share with you 10 reasons why masturbation in old age can be beneficial, and also when it may be harmful. So, stay with me until the end. You may discover insights that completely change the way you look at your body and your health. Reason 1: improves blood circulation. One of the biggest challenges of aging is poor circulation. As we grow older, arteries stiffen, blood vessels narrow, and blood flow to vital organs, including the brain, heart, and reproductive system, becomes weaker. Masturbation, when done in moderation, stimulates the cardiovascular system. During sexual arousal, your heart rate increases, blood vessels dilate, and oxygen delivery improves. This effect is very similar to light exercise. For elderly men, this increased blood flow is not just about sexual health. It supports brain sharpness, reduces the risk of blood clots in the legs, and improves sleep quality at night. Think of it as a natural mini workout for your vascular system. Of course, there's a limit. Excessive masturbation, several times a day, can strain the body, leading to fatigue or depletion. But in moderate amounts, it can act as a simple, private, and effective way to keep circulation active. Reason 2: supports prostate health. For older men, the prostate gland often becomes a source of health concern. Conditions like benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH, or even prostate cancer become more common with age. Interestingly, medical research has shown that regular ejaculation may reduce the risk of prostate problems. When a man ejaculates, the prostate empties fluids that otherwise may stagnate. Think of it like flushing out a filter, removing old fluids and reducing the buildup of harmful substances. Studies from Harvard and other medical institutions have suggested that men who ejaculate more frequently tend to have a lower risk of prostate cancer. However, moderation is key. If masturbation turns into an obsession, it may create more stress and guilt rather than health benefits. But as a natural form of prostate exercise, it's a simple, safe, and drug-free preventive measure. Reason 3: improves sleep quality. Insomnia is one of the most common complaints among elderly patients. Without deep rest, the body struggles to repair itself, leading to fatigue, memory issues, and even higher risks of chronic diseases. Masturbation can be a natural sleep aid. The release of endorphins, oxytocin, and prolactin after orgasm creates relaxation, reduces anxiety, and promotes drowsiness. In simple terms, it calms the nervous system and helps the brain switch into sleep mode. Instead of relying solely on sleeping pills, which carry side effects and addiction risks, elderly men may find this natural method a safer alternative. Of course, it's not a cure for insomnia, but it can be an additional tool to improve rest. Reason 4: enhances mood and mental health. Depression and loneliness are silent epidemics among the elderly. Many men face retirement, loss of a partner, or reduced social interactions, all of which can weigh heavily on mental well-being. Masturbation, although private, can provide a release of stress and tension. Endorphins and dopamine released during orgasm are natural antidepressants. They give a sense of comfort, satisfaction, and even self-connection. This doesn't mean masturbation replaces human companionship or therapy. But as a supplementary practice, it may help older men feel less anxious, more emotionally balanced, and better able to cope with the challenges of aging. Reason 5: maintains sexual function. Use it or lose it, this phrase applies to sexual health as well. Without regular sexual activity, blood vessels, nerves, and even pelvic floor muscles can weaken over time. This may accelerate erectile dysfunction in older men. Masturbation acts like a maintenance routine for sexual organs. It ensures blood flow to the penis, maintains nerve sensitivity, and helps the body sustain natural responses. Think of it as keeping the engine running, even if the car is not being driven daily. For men who no longer have partners or whose partners face medical challenges, this practice can keep the body from completely shutting down sexually. It's not just about pleasure, it's about preserving function. Reason 6. Strengthens pelvic floor muscles. The pelvic floor plays a crucial role in bladder control, bowel movements, and sexual performance. Weak pelvic muscles in elderly men often lead to urinary incontinence or weaker erections. Masturbation involves the contraction and relaxation of these very muscles. In fact, the rhythmic movements during orgasm are essentially a form of pelvic floor exercise. This is similar to the Kegel exercises prescribed by doctors for men with urinary problems. By keeping these muscles active, older men can reduce leakage issues, maintain stronger erections, and even improve posture and core strength. Reason 7. Provides a safe outlet for desire. Even in old age, sexual desire does not disappear completely. For widowers, divorced men, or those without partners, unfulfilled desire can lead to frustration or risky behavior. Masturbation provides a safe, private, and controlled outlet. Instead of engaging in unsafe sexual practices or relationships that could bring emotional or health complications, this practice allows men to manage their needs without harm. This becomes particularly important when considering the risks of sexually transmitted infections, STIs, which can still affect the elderly if they engage in unprotected sex. Reason 8. Helps manage blood pressure. High blood pressure is extremely common in older adults and is a major risk factor for heart attack and stroke. Stress is one of the hidden triggers that elevate blood pressure. Masturbation, by releasing endorphins and reducing stress hormones like cortisol, can temporarily lower blood pressure. Think of it as a relaxation valve for your cardiovascular system. While this should never replace prescribed medication, it can be an additional lifestyle tool that supports overall heart health. Reason 9. Prevents sexual frustration and anxiety. Sexual frustration can turn into irritability, anxiety, or even depression. For elderly men, this emotional burden can be heavier because of declining physical ability. Masturbation provides a safe way to release tension, reducing the mental stress that builds up when desire is ignored. This allows men to feel calmer, more balanced, and less preoccupied with unmet needs. A calmer mind leads to better social interactions, improved focus, and even healthier family relationships. Reason 10. Teaches self-awareness and control. Finally, masturbation offers a unique benefit, self-awareness. By paying attention to how the body responds, older men can better understand their sexual health. It can help detect changes in erection quality, pain, or unusual sensations that may signal underlying conditions. In fact, regular self-exploration can work like an informal health check. Moreover, it fosters control over one's sexuality, helping men avoid unhealthy repression while still setting healthy boundaries. So there you have it, 10 reasons why masturbation in old age can be both beneficial and, in some cases, harmful if done excessively. Like any aspect of health, balance and self-awareness are the keys. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, share it with others who might benefit, and don't forget to subscribe for more doctor-backed advice on men's health and longevity.